Better late than never, it is the Smackdown recap from July 26th. If you keep up with this channel, you know I usually do recaps of Raw. I'm going to start doing Smackdown and Raw because they're both live and important now. And for every week pretty much after this one, I will not be on this jacked up schedule of doing everything late. That is life and work's fault. So, we will take on this Fatal 4-Way here. And I will talk about Smackdown. And I'll do my best to look at the paper while doing this. With the Fatal 4-Way, I cannot probably keep my eyes off the paper or off the screen and still do okay, as much as I can for other things.
And here we go in this anything goes match.
But here we go. So brand new Smackdown started, just like brand new Raw started. New theme, new ideas for the show, new everything. We're gonna start off by saying, fuck you, Randy Orton. We're going to start off by saying that the new... I don't know what old SmackDown's theme was, but whatever song they have now is absolute horseshit. It is not good. It does not get me hyped up for wrestling at all. Between Raw and SmackDown's songs, Raw's is like 20 times better. I'd assume it's too late to fix it now. But that is no good. So SmackDown started off like Raw did. The whole crew, the whole SmackDown draft team were all at the ring. See, Raw had everybody at the top of the ramp, their entrance. SmackDown had everyone standing around the apron. And they said, "Hey guys, we're gonna start having our own exclusive pay-per-views because we're Shane and Daniel Bryan, and we can do whatever we want to." So, I guess they're gonna. I remember hearing rumors before the brand draft started that they might try to like split up rosters or split up pay-per-views as well as rosters. So there's 2 pay-per-views a month now. In theory, I don't mind this, but my friend is gonna have to probably like set up a bed in his house for me because if I'm watching that much wrestling with him, I'm gonna need to start living there, I think. But so Shane and Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose are having a jolly good time in the middle of the ring, talking about how they need to figure out their contender for Dean for SmackDown, or not SmackDown, for SummerSlam too. As Raw had the 8-man 4-on-4 bonanza to figure out who they're gonna do. SmackDown this side, they're gonna have a 6-pack challenge, which I've never heard of before, but that just means a 6-man match. Looks like this is a 4-man match. Whoever wins the match, obviously, will be taking on Ambrose at SummerSlam. I think I already said that. They start rattling off names. We have one John Cena. Crowd didn't seem too thrilled about it, but everyone loves John Cena, okay? There was also Bray Wyatt, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, and a mystery person to be named later in the night. That mystery person is going to have to win a 20-man battle royal to get their spot.
That's it. He's out.
Oh, we're gonna fuck up Randy Orton first here.
Boy, there's no way he's going to be able to stand
Maybe
after
not.
that.
What's my finisher again?
Man, Kevin Owens, what offense.
I counter me. Oh, it's just the face line. Alright, we're good. So they say for the 6th spot, we're going to have to do a battle royal to figure out who's going to be the last man. So SmackDown starts off with a battle royal. The SmackDown team is apparently Mauro Ranallo, right? JBL and David Otunga is there for some reason. I will never. I'm gonna say I will most likely never speak of the commentary team again, but they are not good. I know they're trying. And JBL's not yelling at people anymore and calling them stupid idiots the whole time like Jericho. But the three of them were very awkward together. And we'll need to work on figuring out what they're going to do. Because if they don't, I can see SmackDown falling apart because of having crappy commentary that everybody gets. Did you say Mick Foley makes the cover?
He's softening him up.
Have to get back in here.
Oh, it's nearly
Fuck you, Randy Orton. I was too strong, just gunned me over. So, Battle Royal starts. Basically, it's all of Smackdown. It's not one of those 5 guys we named first, so I'm not going to rattle off all the people that were in it. Notable eliminations was Simon Gotch went out first. That is apparently because he's having a hell of a lot of problems with people backstage in WWE. So that pretty much cements the everyone does not like him rumor that's been going around. So to teach lessons as they do. First one out in the Battle Royal. The winner of the Battle Royal was Apollo Crews. So he became the number 6 guy for the 6-man Super PAC Let's Get Drunk challenge later. So Crews won. Nothing special. He just won. Becky and Natalya was up next. For as much as I love the Beckster, the Irish last kicker, the finisher interrupter, maybe not. Blood everywhere.
Just pouring down his face.
We can play 2. Fuck you. So Becky and Natalya had a match to recoup all the times that Becky gets her ass beat by Natalya, I guess. The shitty part is, because of how absolutely freaking awesome the Charlotte-Sasha match was on Raw, the Becky match looked like shit. I know they're trying, but I did not like it at all. I like the fact that Becky won at the end. I like the fact that Becky had this sick leg drop where she pretty much put her thigh over Natalya's face, coming off the top rope. So I'm pretty sure she probably gave her real life little smackdown there. Yeah, fucker, don't leave me alone and go fucking break up whatever's going on there.
It back inside the ring now. I can't blame him. Keep it in the ring.
Stupid.
Oh wow.
No.
That can't feel good. He's in full-on attack mode now.
Can I
serious power right there.
Sneak a win out here real quick? Oh, he's going for a special. I got.
They can't breathe.
I think you can cancel out your special.
Very effective submission hold.
I'm gonna win on wrestling bullshit. Yeah.
Here's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Won on wrestling bullshit, and by that I mean the video game version, where because he was locked into his "I'm gonna hit my finisher" thing, he could not break the choke out of the century. Anyway, so Becky and Natalya fight. Becky wins with her sick leg drop, pretty much. And then they have what I'll call the WWE Smackdown 2016 Lady Wrestlers Pageant. Pretty much all the female wrestlers they've drafted all came out one after another. Becky wins, says, call her Becky Balboa. We have a lot of triple threat matches going on here. She says, call her Becky Balboa because she just won. She's the champ, something. So Alexa Bliss debuts. She comes out, kind of talks shit, uses her... We're going to have a Bliss-tacular up in here when I start beating people's ass. I never really thought about it, but Alexa Bliss looks like Harley Quinn if she was a wrestler, for the most part.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention.
I mean, obviously, not exactly like her, but having the two-toned hair.
There's nothing traditional about
it. Yeah.
Look at Roman Reigns here.
Look at Toby here.
Oh, he missed.
I did miss. Stop whiffing, you motherfucker.
I think that really hurt his
Thank you.
Who knows what's broken in there? Okay.
His asshole. I broke his asshole. So Alexa Bliss comes out. She talks a little shit. That's followed by Naomi coming out, talking a little shit. That's followed by Carmella coming out, who, if you don't know who Carmella is, she was the manager for Enzo and Cass in NXT. She talks a little shit. Then, all in red, best number 1, Eve Marie comes out to all the boos. She has this weird, her Titantron is like this weird guy doing a nature documentary voice almost about her, saying like the beautiful Eva Marie.
Finally, let's get this done inside the ring.
She strikes fear into her opponents.
We've seen Roman Reigns
she makes women jealous. Men love her. She has red hair because she loves red everything. And her fucking Titantron was absolute shit. For how well... This will probably sound dumb. For how well the women wrestlers usually dress now, to not make themselves too scantily clad, I feel like Eve did the exact opposite and dressed very seductively, which might be her wrestling gear, I don't know. All she did was come out and blow a kiss, she didn't talk. But if you don't know about her, everyone hates her. She got, like,
I certainly didn't expect to see this
the worst heat of all time in NXT. Like, everyone just fucking boos and hates her. And now she's in Smackdown, where everyone boos and hates her.
Roman Reigns varies his assault, but he always brings it
back
to his
shit?
Power game. The effect of his speed,
Brock Lesnar ripoff. So they all did that shit. I hate Eve even more. Carmella will be interesting, but she acts like Enzo and Cass, but not exactly. And I don't know how I feel about her yet. I guess, well, I don't know how I feel about most of them. Alexa Bliss seems kind of cool. Naomi better do something this time that she's up. Now that she's up there. I know she's wrestled before. Didn't really leave a mark in my opinion. There's a lot of potential with all the women in SmackDown though, and they do have way more women than I thought too. There was concern about SmackDown not really having enough women to have feuds and rivalries and shit like that. But they seem like they're doing okay. They'll be fine. Leave me alone, pricks.
The plan of attack against Roman Reigns has to be, no, it must be, to try to take away one of his weapons.
So I'm gonna say, if I'm a fucking heel, I'm gonna start getting a chair real soon. Then you'll all be sorry.
Some of that awesome power that Reigns uses to annihilate opponents from pillar to post. Wow, he's still down after that.
So look at this auto-facing bullshit. I can't even fucking turn around. Look,
he's really taking over this match now. We're looking at
I have a name, asshole.
Here.
That's it. He's done. Just look at this.
Fuck! Oh, you prick!
See the results from that move.
Get up.
Overwhelmed here.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Sorry.
A terrific reversal.
We're getting a chair soon. Fuck this.
I know that when I see savagery like that from Roman Reigns.
I saw the women had their introductions, so it's kind of cool. Miz brought Miz TV exclusive SmackDown. He was going to interview a great person, an amazing wrestler, a true champion, has the hottest wife ever. He interviews Maurice, or he interviews himself with Maurice there.
It is so hard to stop that kind of strength.
So they ramble. Sorry, I had the burp. They ramble on for a little bit. Randy Orton comes out and says, "Oh, when he says about a champion and a great wrestler, I thought you were talking about me. I guess not, huh?" So they piss and moan back and forth. Orton says,
an aggressive pinfall attempt by Reigns. I think we were all surprised by that.
Sorry. Orton says, "Hey Miz, remember we used to be best friends and we used to have all sorts of palling around great times together." He's like, "How do you feel about helping me break my ring rust here and get back into wrestling?" So he makes fun of Miz for a while. They taunt each other. He tells Miz he's not sure if he's the pitcher or the catcher, which I thought we were better than stupid homosexual jokes. I guess not. So they did that. So Maurice got pissed and said Miz will take the match tonight. So Miz beats the shit out of Orton. Orton, of course, RKO's out of nowhere. Don't look at me. Look at somebody else. Thank you. So Miz RKO, or not Miz, Orton RKO's out of nowhere. He lays in the ring for a couple minutes. Everyone's like, "What's he doing? Why is he just hanging out there?" 5 minutes later, he gets himself back up and hits the Miz with another RKO, and Miz gets up, then goes for the pin. Double RKOs, buy one get one free, I believe Morrow said. I did not. One of those many things I did not find entertaining, but that's just me. So Randy Orton looked pretty good wrestling. He looked a little gassed early. I looks like his shoulder still bothers him, but it's hard to tell sometimes. Heath Slater came out and was all pissed off he didn't get drafted. So he starts a sign Heath Slater chant. He wants a 7-man 6-pack challenge just so he has a shot. Shane comes out and says, "Hey Heath, if you want a job, you know, update your resume." And you know, basically like go find a job someplace else kind of thing.
Demonstrations like that before the night's over. I'm not sure if he knows
Look
where
at
he is
the
right
other
now.
asshole. Thank you.
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
No
Thank you.
lie. He's wild in there. The things
Wilding
this
out,
guy
son.
can do are simply amazing.
Bad news, Barrett is brash, vicious, and Impaler DDT.
Ooh, that's ugly.
We're looking at
Yep, slower, fuck.
going for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
He did it. What a huge win.
So Heath Slater is talking shit to Shane McMahon. They start to sign Heath Slater chant with the crowd. Everyone loves it. Rhyno from ECW fame, pretty much, sneaks out of the crowd, sneaks it behind Heath Slater. Everyone starts going apeshit. Heath Slater, of course, thinks it's for him. Shane said the best new prospect is in the ring right now. Heath, fucking around with him.
And you can just see it.
Do you see my attributes, by the way? They're almost all blue now, but I'm still a heel, I guess. So Heath Slater gets scored by Rhyno, of course. Rhyno has some weird, like, blue-purple, two-toned Rhyno logo on his shirt, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. Does not look cool. But I guess Rhyno is drafted, or he's just going to hang out for a while. And that brings us to the 6-pack, 6-man challenge. It was okay. There's a lot of commercial breaks in between parts for reasons I'm not sure of. Time for the belt, son. Time for the belt. So they kind of did almost the same moves that they did during the Raw one. Instead of doing the super mega power bomb with 4 people, they did double mega power bombs with like power bomb, superplex, top rope on both sides. Some interesting thing that happened with Bray Wyatt was, for whatever reason, instead of like trying to break up a pin like a normal person, he decided to break up a pin by just knocking the ref the fuck out, which is pretty funny. I know people pull the refs out, and that's all right. But he decided to take it one step farther and actually just like beat the shit out of the ref to to stop a pin, which is very, very smart. If there was one way to stop a pin, that is a very good way to do it. So that was pretty neat. John Cena had AA Fest. It's kind of like Lobster Fest at Red Lobster, but instead it just involves a lot of AAs. He did like 3 or 4 in a row. He started looking tired at the end, but I mean, I'm sure he was exhausted. He's getting a little bit older. We're gonna try to get. Hold on. The suicide dive. So that was pretty neat. Or it was very John Cena-like in nature. The AA Fest. So everyone was going apeshit for that. Eventually what happened was, lo and behold, Dolph Ziggler won. And now gets his title shot at SummerSlam against Dean Ambrose. One of the interesting things about that, I guess it's the benefit of watching it later than everybody else. Dolph Ziggler was on Twitter talking shit to the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community, which is basically the smarkiest bunch of people ever, people that think they know everything, people that shit on everything pretty much, for the most part. I guess a lot of people were giving him shit because he won the 6-man, 6-pack SummerSlam Super Jam, and he was like, everyone bitched when I didn't have a chance, and now that I have a chance, you're all bitching again. And I thought it was pretty funny to call people out on their hypocrisy, because most wrestling fans don't know what the fuck they want. But that is the SmackDown recap. Their first episode was decent enough. I'll give it 2.75 John Cenas out of a possible 5. So it was average. It was a start. It wasn't the best start, but it was a start. Raw was so good that they had have a lot to fight against at this point already. The SmackDown episodes in the future, I will shoot for, I'm going to say Wednesday or Thursdays at this point. I think it's going to start being Raw Tuesday and SmackDown Thursday for when I put out the episodes. But thank you for watching this one. I will see you all next time. Later.